I'll just wait for a few people to come. Move my laptop out of the way. I was going to use my laptop, but the camera is being used by another app. I only use my camera for YouTube, and I don't know how to fix it. Maybe someone's hacked into it, I don't know. But yeah, my camera on my laptop is in use. Suspicious. And I don't know how to stop it. On, and it's in use. Hey, radio, I will have to, I think the best way for that is just to put some black tape over the over the webcam for a while until I can figure it out. I did click on the camera and nothing came up. It just said it's in use. Yeah. I think I have a spy. Who would have thought? Yeah. I do have an old big computer sitting on the table that I permanently have a bit of black tape across the camera. I don't mind people, you know, listening, but watching is a whole nother thing. That's just creepy. It's just creepy. It's just weird. That reminds me of like an American horror movie when you're way out in one of those tiny little towns that's got one petrol station and one motel, and you know, you find a hole in the wall of someone watching. It's just weird. Anyway, I put the laptop away for a while and I'll tackle it over the weekend. Maybe I'll let it run out of battery as well. I don't know. It's freaking me out. Anyway, that's what happens when you have no idea what you're doing with technology. It's weird. Very creepy. So, hey everyone, how are you? And oh my god, I've been rambling for 2.5 minutes and there's 340 people listening to my rambles about how incapable I am of handling a laptop and a camera. That's really pathetic. Anyway, all right, let's get started. So, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. First thing, and this is on my mind today. I was so happy this morning to receive some intel. So I opened up the Medbed group on Telegram so everyone could celebrate and everyone could, you know, be happy. And then it went downhill from there, which is why I usually keep the Medbed group closed. Okay, now, so many people say, Skye, you're yelling at us. Skye, stop treating us like we're a 2-year-old. Skye, don't be condescending. Okay, I want you to think for a minute. Okay. You have about 100,000 people that follow you. Not all of them nice. Okay. Most of them are. But a lot of them are not. Alright. You also take a whole criminal ring and steal your identity and use that in criminal activity to take desperate, very sick people's money from them. Some of them, their life savings. And then cop the resulting abuse from that. Then on top of that, let's have the other truthers and intel providers call you out as a criminal because they haven't been bothered to do 2 seconds of research and actually get the truth. They just go along with what people say. Then on top of that, you receive death threats of torturing your mum and raping her and watching your brother be beheaded, hanging you from a tree and stripping you naked and gutting you like a fish, and a whole bunch of other vile stuff. Then we go into the groups. And when you enter the Medbed group on Telegram, you're asked to go to the pinned messages and go through them. Okay. In the pinned messages, there's a whole bunch of videos, there's the Q&A, there's every bit of information you can possibly imagine there. Right. Maybe 1% of people do that. So as soon as they enter the Telegram group, and you can comment, first thing they do, instead of doing as what is asked to do, they jump straight in with their question after question after question, knowing that all the information is already there if only they looked like they were asked to when they joined the group. 9 times out of 10, all they have to do is scroll for 30 seconds and they will find their question answered in the comments right there. They don't even have to ask, just a little flick of the finger or the mouse or whatever, and there it is. Sometimes it's even directly above their comment. Literally directly above their comment. And they're asking the same question that has just been answered, literally above their comment. Then we move over to the Facebook group. And to gain access into the group, to be accepted, there's several questions and statements. I can't remember what they are, but it's something I know I should because I wrote them. It's somewhere along the line that there's no Medbeds available. When they are, they'll be free. There's no emails for Medbed appointments, etc., etc. Now, you need to answer those questions to get into the group. Okay. When people get into the group, their first post. Hi, I received an email requesting $500 or whatever for a Medbed appointment. Is this legitimate? After they just answered the questions stating it was a scam. Now, I know I'm asking a lot for people to actually do a little bit of research. People are time sensitive. You know, they've got family to look after, they're sick. Some people have learning disabilities, you know, all different reasons why. But at the same time, put yourself in my shoes. Not to mention the countless messages I get every single week. Skye, what's the email for the Medbeds? I know you said there's no Medbeds available, but how do I book an appointment? How do I get my sick pet or loved one in a Medbed? It's urgent. But I know you said they're not available. I know people are desperate, and when desperate people are in that situation, they don't think. That's fine. Add that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times every single day after you have just stated it for the last 3 years. I know for 3 years, Skye, you've said that Medbeds are not available and there'll never be an email. But is this email legitimate? I have patience, a lot of patience, a lot. If it's just a handful a day, no problem. But it's not. It's not. It's every single day. Now, I know on a soul level I signed up for this. On a physical level, I've done everything to get rid of this because I don't want it. I never did, and I've made that very abundantly clear. I don't want to be in this position. If I'm getting a little testy, a little frustrated, low vibration, sound like I'm telling people off, it's because of stupid things that constantly people just simply don't listen. Now, in the Medbed group on Telegram, we have one rule. Literally one. It's not even a rule, it's a request. Medbeds only. That's it. Medbeds only. Not funding, not Nasara Jasara, not the redemption appointment, not whatever. Medbeds, the technology Medbeds. Because the group is for the medbed information. It's not for the funding information, it's for the medbed information. When people come to look at a medbed group, they want to know about medbeds. They don't want to have to scroll through thousands of messages of every other topic that you can imagine just to get to one particular information about medbeds. That's why we keep it to medbeds only. Now, it is a very simple request. It's not being a bully. It's not me being nasty. It's not me being condescending or talking down to people. It is a simple request to stick to medbeds as the group implies. Military medbeds. That's it. So when people don't, and we say, look, stick to medbeds. This is a medbed group. Can you take it to chat? Can you take it to an RV group? Whatever. Now all of a sudden, myself and the admin team and every other group member that's trying to stick to the topic are the bad people. Simply because people don't like to be told to respect one simple request. It's not hard. It really isn't. It's not hard to have a look at the pinned messages. It's not hard to use the search option. It really isn't. I'm not talking down to anyone. I'm just stating fact. It really isn't difficult. So please, if I sound like I'm yelling at someone or I'm talking down to them or treating them like a 2-year-old, it is a combination of a lot of things over a long period of time. I have people messaging me many times a day, desperate pleas to get their loved one in a medbed. I'm on the phone all the time talking to people, or their loved ones just being diagnosed with terminal cancer, and how can we get them in a medbed to save them? I can't do anything because I don't have access to them. I just give the intel. That's it. I have people dumping everything on top of me all the time about it's taking so long. Why can't I help them? Can I get a message to the Alliance to sort all this out? I'm only human. I can only take so much before I crack. Believe me, I've cracked many times. Most of you don't see it. You only see the very, very tip of it. Just put yourself in my shoes. Just imagine having all of that, of all these followers and people. I don't even want the followers, but the people dumping every single thing onto you all at once, all the time. Everyone is going to reach a breaking point. And when I reach my breaking point, it's usually a culmination of a lot of things, not just one person, not just one little thing, or someone said something. It's usually because tens, if not hundreds of people are doing something or asking the same question. Usually when I send a message of frustration, it's been a long time coming, and a lot more has been building up that you don't see. So please, I have so much patience for you guys, but I can only take so much. Please help me by doing your part. I know people are new and people have questions. The answers are all there. The information is all there. So please, when I say, go and have a look, have you looked for it? Go through the pinned messages. Please don't come back to me with bad attitude of you should be nicer. I'm being as nice as I possibly can. And I'm not being condescending. I'm telling you what you should have been doing because you were already asked to do it in the first place. Please understand my position as well, because bloody hell, I understand yours. I've been there. I've been through it. I'm going through it. I understand your position. So please have a little bit of compassion and put yourself in my position just for a moment, just for one itty bitty moment. When people don't respect a simple request, and it's not just one, it's many, and you tell them, can we stick to the topic of the group? Please take it elsewhere. And it's completely ignored, and it just gets out of hand, and then you say, that's it. That's it. How else can you make yourself heard if people don't listen? Sometimes you have to crack the whip in order to be heard, in order to stand up and set the boundaries. Otherwise, they'll walk all over you. With a group of over 21,000, sometimes cracking the whip is necessary. Today I did that. Usually every day, several times, I do that when the group is open. Because people just don't listen. Remember, we are potentially hours, if not days, away from this happening. I know I've said it for a long time, but I'll get to the intel in a minute. If we can't respect a simple request to stick to one topic in a particular group, how the hell are we going to be doing centres and projects if we can't even respect one simple request? And we expect to be able to run these massive projects with all this money and hiring people? We can't even respect a simple request of a group on social media. We need to get real. This is not a game anymore. This is real shit. We're going to be out there. We're going to be doing this for real, not just talking about it on social media. If we can't do it on a social media group, then we got no hope. No hope at all. Now, there's a reason why the military will be in charge for quite some time until the humanitarians are ready. It's because we didn't get our shit together. We still haven't. We're still arguing. We're still disrespecting each other. We're still bitching about each other and spreading rumours and accusing people of doing other stuff without any kind of proof or anything. That's why humanitarians won't be doing medbed centres until they are ready. We did not do the work. We did not get it together enough. And we got a bloody long way to go. If you just go through the Telegram groups, you will see what I'm talking about. Every single group. There's nastiness, there's bitching, there's talking about each other. You got hate groups, for God's sake, specific hate groups within the humanitarian community. Like, what the hell is that about? People join these groups simply to hate on each other. What? and we expect to go into the redemption appointment and get all this money to do humanitarian projects when we're tearing each other apart? No. I wouldn't be surprised if humanitarians didn't get any funding at all. As a whole, not individuals, but as a whole. Because we did not do the work. We didn't get our shit together as a collective. And we're still not getting our shit together as a collective. Anyway, I do worry for humanity. I really do. There's a lot of good-hearted, kind people out there. But they are the minority. They really are. And I just pray the minority can triumph over the majority. Otherwise, we're screwed. We really are. The intel. So this morning I was contacted by the Alliance and I was given this. And I wasn't going to give it until I heard the intel of several others, which it kind of lines up with. It's, it's there. So I thought, okay, I'll give it. Now, this is just it's intel. It's not hopium. It's not a set date. It's intel, so please just treat it as such. All right. So on the 1st of January, American time, we're always talking American time, okay? On the 1st of January, Iraq goes full gold-backed or RV their currency or something. Okay, so 1st of January, the currency's RV and all is good. Okay, now on the 2nd of January, should everything go well on the 1st of January, notifications come out for Tier 4B, along with full liquidity for the rest of the tiers and groups and bonds and all of that. Okay, now, should that go well, on the 5th of January, Medbeds are released to the public. Okay, that's right, Medbeds released to the public on the 5th of January. This coming year, 2024. All right. Not 2030, not 2050, but 2024. Okay. Now, I asked what calendar, because there's 2 calendars. Okay, you've got, I'm just going to say, the White Hat calendar and the public calendar. I don't know what they're called. Julian and Georgian, I don't know. The White Hat calendar, which the truthers run off, and the public calendar, which the public runs off. So today is the 29th of December, right? That's the calendar I'm talking about. So that's the calendar they're talking about, not the truthers' calendar, okay? So should everything go well on the 1st of January with the countries RVing their currency, between midnight and 2 a.m. American time, I'm not sure what time zone, okay, I assume it would be Eastern, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter, give or take a few hours. That is the most likely time that they would release notifications, between midnight and 2 a.m. Most likely. Not set in stone, okay, none of this is set in stone, it's most likely. Now, should that be done and fine, on the 5th of January, then Medbeds are released to the public for treatment. Now, what does that mean? That means that in some way they will disclose the Medbeds, or they may just release the phone numbers and disclose them later. Okay, they may just release the phone numbers to the community that knows about them, so they don't get a flood, which I don't think they will get a flood of calls, and disclose them to the public later. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it, and I'm pretty sure they don't know yet either. It'll depend on the day, or the day before, probably. So, what does that mean for humanitarians and their medbed procedures? It means nothing. Nothing has changed for the humanitarians. So the humanitarians that receive their funding can book their medbed appointment, and they will go and have their medbed appointment. They will not be triaged with the public. They will take preference over the public for their treatment unless there's an emergency or someone is about to die. Okay? Then obviously that person will go in before. But nothing has changed for the humanitarians. Nothing. They will still have their procedure and their appointment the same as it's always been. Okay? So don't worry for humanitarians, or don't worry about, or the humanitarians, don't worry. Nothing has changed. So you will, as a humanitarian, you will be treated alongside the public. So you might not be surrounded by a whole bunch of humanitarians. You might be the only humanitarian within the public. Okay? But you will take preference over the public. Make sense? So nothing has changed in that department. Now, for the public, okay, a lot of people have been asking, will the day they book their appointment or have their scan, will they have their treatment straight away? Probably not. Okay, Probably not, unless of course you're quite desperate. Then yes, you probably might not even have a scan. You just go straight in, lay on the bed, and you get a general healing, and then worry about anything else later. But what will probably happen is you book you get the phone number, you ring, they give you the time, the date and location of your appointment, and you go in, you have your scan, which is about 45 seconds long, 30 to 45 depending on your severity. Don't forget the black underwear. And then you will go into another room like a doctor's office, and the Medbed team will discuss what the scan found and anything you want done, general healing of course, plus anything else that your frequency permits. Okay, and then depending on what the quantum computer says and your severity, the quantum computer will put you at a time and a date for your procedure. And that may be that afternoon, it may be the next morning, it may be a couple of weeks. You might have to go on a 3-month get healthy program, or a detox program, or a bit of counseling or something. Okay, and your actual procedure might be 3 months after your actual appointment. So everyone's different. Humanitarians will straight away get a general healing. Okay, again, depending on their frequency, whatever else they want done or need done, but all humanitarians will go straight in and get a general healing with no programs. The programs, if needed, will come after. That's so the humanitarians can go and start the projects to help humanity along and help Earth along. Okay, so anything needed like a detox or anything like that will be dealt with after the healing. Okay, so they can actually go and start. The public will need the programs before and potentially after the treatment. Okay, so just remember, none of this is accurate until it happens. It is just intel. Okay, so if it happens, unbelievably brilliant, fantastic. If it doesn't happen, we want it to, and of course we're going to be disappointed. But it's okay, because it was never set in stone in the first place. It's just intel. So please treat it as such. Alright, don't go making videos. Skye said Medbeds will be released on the 5th of January. No. Medbeds will be released on the 5th of January, provided that notifications come out and the funding is released, provided the currencies revalue on the 1st of January. So one is dependent on the other in that order. Okay, so just sit tight. Okay, now 1st of January 2024 is literally 3 or 4 days away, depending where you are in the world. So we've waited this long. What's another 3 days? Okay, which I had to remind myself this morning after I had a little temper tantrum that it hasn't happened yet. And then I had to get myself back in alignment, right? So just remember, one is dependent on the other happening and being okay. Now, I asked them about December 17th. Okay, as most of you know, I was supposed to live stream my Medbed appointment, my Medbed treatment on December 17th. That didn't happen, obviously, or I wouldn't be here talking. I'd probably be under some kind of NDA. Kinda. Maybe not. Anyway, doesn't matter. Didn't happen. Now, they said it was to trap anyone that would be following any of us to our Medbed appointments to get the location of the actual Medbeds, which puts not only us and our family in danger, but the Medbed staff, their families, and the entire centre in danger as well. Now, a couple of days leading up to the 17th, they did catch a couple of people trying to hack into my phone and laptop, which I'm a little concerned because the camera's in use and I'm not using it. I'm using my phone. something sneaky going on there, which is why I'm not on the laptop. Anyway, I'll have to figure out that later. And nobody followed me. No one followed me. They just tried to hack into my laptop and my phone a few days before. That's it. The Alliance was trailing me everywhere I went. They had tabs on absolutely every single part of myself and my life, and the Galactics were, doing their thing, seeing if there's anyone tailing me or tracking me or whatever, and there wasn't anyone. So based on that, they say that they feel it is safe to release the Medbeds to the public. Now, of course, we're still going to have your common day criminal, okay, your everyday criminal. The ones that break into your house and steal your wallet, your keys and jewelry and stuff. They can't get them until they rear their ugly heads, or about to. Okay, there's just too many of them. The world is full of criminals. Taking out every single criminal will probably be reducing the population by half. Yeah, you know what I mean. you know what I mean. I'm just spitballing here. That's not true. So, according to them, based on that test of December 17th, which was very, very publicly known, or widely known, they feel it's safe to release the Medbeds to the public. Okay. Now, of course, when you do go and have your procedure or make your appointment, just don't be stupid. Don't shout it from the rooftops. Don't try not to draw attention to yourself, because we still do have your everyday criminals. Just go and have your procedure, enjoy it with your family, and, just stay low. It's only going to be for about 6 months of, not broadcasting it everywhere, just to protect you and your family, and all involved. Okay, so celebrate with your family and just leave it at that. Okay, don't forget to go on a holiday. Enjoy your new self. Enjoy your new health. I guarantee many of you will want to join a gym, because you will feel so amazingly incredible. Just imagine having all those toxins and heavy metals and all the crap removed from your body. You'll feel lightheaded, dizzy. You've never felt like this before, ever. Not in this lifetime. Oh, God. So, just, remember, just don't shout it from the rooftops. Okay? Don't draw attention to yourself. Like when you receive your humanitarian funds. Don't draw attention to yourself. Okay? Just don't go into hiding, but also, don't go on a megaphone. I had my med bed. All right? Just be sensible about it. Okay? Okay. Let's see some comments. Oh, my hand has gone to sleep. Oh, this is why I got a laptop in the first place. Forgive the people that live here. I'm trying to. Yeah, this is why I got a laptop in the first place, so I don't have to hold my phone. So my hand's now gone to sleep. Pins and needles. But turn it off. Yeah, I have turned the laptop off. It's just, I only use it for Telegram and YouTube. That's it. Because I got it specifically for the spiritual counseling course. Because the camera's decent and it looks better. And now the camera's in use. They're probably listening to everything we're saying. I don't care. We're on a public YouTube anyway. But it's creepy. It's very creepy. It's probably the Alliance doing something to it, or the Galactics, but it's creeping me out. Yeah, I'm going to put some black tape over it, and I'll do it on the weekend, and I'll try and, I don't know what it is. It's I don't know, Bill Gates one? What's that one? I just like the colour of it. That's why I got it, because it was a nice color. It's like a pearl color. It's not white or grey or black. I don't know. It's the Bill Gates one. What are they called? I'm not technology minded. I'm extremely not. Just a little story. Years ago, actually it was about 3 years ago, on my Facebook, I woke up one morning and, as you do, you check notifications, and all of a sudden I had all these pages that I had apparently liked. The Australian Museum, car racing, horse racing, all these different pages, and scientific pages too. Now, I'm not science minded. When I think of science, I get a white sheet in my mind, literally blank. And I know it's a memory block, so I can't talk about the scientific stuff of the medbeds that I do know, but I don't know, if you know what I mean, because of the memory block. So that when it comes to technology and science, I do have a memory block placed on me by the secret space program, so the information doesn't get out, because I do have a big mouth and can't stop myself from talking. So yeah, I opened my Facebook and there's all these scientific pages and all this other stuff that I liked and I had commented on, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I thought my Facebook had been hacked, so I changed my password, I did all this stuff, only to realize that one of the galactics, one of the Venusians, was bored, got into my Facebook and started acting as me. And they made me sound real intelligent. Like, we're talking about a 12th dimensional being, 6th density, 12th dimensional being, incredibly, one of the Ra collective, and is on these scientific website, Facebook pages, commenting as me, and I'm like, wow, I'm smart. People are going to be asking me stuff soon, and I've got no friggin' idea what I'm talking about. And the comments stayed there, but they eventually were blocked from me, but they still stayed there. So yeah, it might be one of the Galactics or the Alliance doing something to my laptop. I know that they were going to place, and this is for everybody actually. I found this out not yesterday, the day before, Wednesday. Today's Friday, I think. Every day's the same for me. I don't know. I had an argument with my mum today. She said it was Thursday. I said it was Friday. I still don't know who won. I think it's Friday. They actually, the Alliance told me, no, sorry, not the Alliance. The Galactics told me that everyone that has humanitarian funding, and just humanitarian funding. I'm sure it's just, don't quote me, but I'm pretty positive it's just humanitarian funding. Either they buy a brand new computer, laptop, and phone, or the Alliance will download and install some technology stuff onto their devices so they cannot be hacked. Okay, so they can't be hacked. That's just what I was told, so maybe that's what they're doing. Don't know why they would be using the camera, but I know the Galactics and Alliance do stuff to my phone and computer now, maybe laptop, or maybe it's just a criminal trying to get information. I don't know. Anyway, it's off now and is sitting next to me, creeping me out. But yeah, I'll do something over the weekend. Looks like we're about to have a thunderstorm. Hey, you guys in Australia, the Eastern Australia, how bad are these storms? Wow, they've been ridiculous. Yeah, it's unsettling. Very creepy. Yeah, I think I'll put it back in its bag until I really need it. What did you say in audio last night? Which one? Yeah, just about the 1st of January, 2nd of January, and the 5th of January. Okay, so 1st of January, currencies revalue. 2nd of January, notifications come out for 4B, as well as liquidity for the other tiers and groups and stuff. And the 5th of January, Medbeds released to the public, provided everything goes well with January 1st. Okay? Everything hangs on January 1st and the currency's revaluing first. Then everything else should fall into place. Okay? Alright. I was not looking for you until 2nd of the 1st. Yeah. I know. I'm supposed to be on holiday. I'm living in one motel room is boring as batshit. There's nothing to do. Nothing to do. It's like either stare at a computer screen or stare at the TV screen or count how many holes is in the wall. It's so boring. That's why I say I'm on holidays, but I'm not. I'm here because I'm so bored. Can't wait to have something to do, like physically, not just sitting staring at a screen, but actually physically up doing stuff, mowing grass, doing the lawns, feeding horses, doing something, just something, anything. I'm happy. But staring at 4 walls and a computer or TV screen, oh my god, it's enough to drive anyone insane. Okay. 12:40 a.m. Oh my god, you lunatic, go to bed. Just kidding. Alright. Okay. Sorry? I have no idea where he is.
Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you, you too.
Sorry, I wasn't here, but...
No, all good. Yeah, all good. Does the medbed make people see again? Okay, I can't read that. I swear I need my eyes checked. Marta. The medbeds heal, cure, or dramatically improve every single thing that is physical. If it's physical, yes. Don't even need to ask. Teeth, yes. Physical. When it's emotional, or, trauma, let's just take a sexual assault. That's trauma, mental trauma. That you need to work on, and you will be working through that with counsellors. Not your, university trained counsellors, but spiritual counsellors who have done the training in the extra consciousness, okay, not just putting a band-aid on it. And I mean no disrespect to the university trained counsellors, no disrespect at all. It's the system that gives you half of the story or half of the information, so that people keep on coming back and don't really get healed. Okay, it's the system. So the mental and emotional trauma, and the mental and emotional part of addictions and all of that will need to be dealt with yourself with counsellors. But if it's physical or has a physical cause, like a brain trauma to the brain that's caused some kind of mental illness, that's a physical cause. Okay, that's not a mental cause, that's a physical cause. So yes, that physical cause will be dealt with and the mental illness will disappear. Of course, they're still going to need counselling to get through it, but yes, okay. Every single thing physical will be healed, cured, or dramatically improved. It just depends on what the condition is and the severity of it. So I'm looking at the storm coming. We're supposed to have it at 8 a.m. this morning, and it's now God knows o'clock. 5:30. Almost 5:30 p.m. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, anything physical. Okay, eyes are physical, so your eyes will be perfect. Alright. Yeah, horrible, evil people, can't believe people are so vile. Exactly. There's even intel providers that ban myself and my information in their groups because apparently I'm a scammer and a fraud and a grifter and everything. And these people haven't done 1 second of searching or research. They just hear on the grapevine that Skye Prince is a scammer. Oh, she's banned. Don't like her, she's banned. And they call themselves truthers. Not one truther has actually investigated me. Instead, they're just going, oh, the word is that Skye's a scammer, so we'll label her as a scammer. And the reason people do this is because it's easier to believe something that you want to be true, or that's easy to be true. It's easier to condemn someone than to actually research and investigate for the truth, because that truth, if they find out that what they believe to be untrue, then their whole perception has to change. And change is very painful and can be very, very difficult, and people don't want to face it. They don't want to know or face the fact that what they believe to be true and all the hate and nastiness that they directed at someone was actually for nothing. And it's guilt. What if? They don't even want to think about what if, because of all the hate that they've given and dished out for no reason at all, just simply because it was easier to believe a rumor and condemn than it was to get the truth. So it is what it is. Yeah, people are lazy. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do what's necessary. That's right, they don't. They just want... I get it all the time. They say, well, why can't you just answer this one question? I can answer that one question. But so has 60, 70 other people got that one question. It's okay just for 1 or 2 people, even 10 people a day. When it is countless every single day with just one question, then it becomes an issue. Then it becomes ridiculous. You know, it's just insane. One question is fine, but add another 51 questions. All right? From a small town in Missouri, so blessed to have found you online and finally gotten you live. Sorry, some people are always negative. Human nature, I guess. Hang in there. No, it's not human nature. Humans are beautiful. They're supposed to be. This is where my patience is tested. Anyway, humans are beautiful creatures. We've been intoxicated and poisoned for so long, mentally poisoned, that now we just accept that humans are just that way. But they're not. They're really not. If there's any trolls on this chat, ignore them. Don't give them your time, okay? I'm not seeing any trolling comments because I've blocked a lot of them. So just don't worry about them. Don't give them your time. How long after the RV can humanitarians get in a medbed for treatment? I'm desperate for help. Humanitarians, as soon as you... now, I've been told this may happen, okay? So I'll give you the 2 things that may happen. I don't know which one's going to happen, and it might be different for each country. I don't know. But when you ring up to book your redemption appointment, you may also be able to book your medbed appointment while you're ringing up to book your redemption appointment. Okay, so you may, if you're desperate, go straight from your redemption appointment, literally get in the car and drive to your redemption appointment, to your medbed appointment. Literally might be 10 minutes after, half an hour, more than likely 2 to 3 hours after, so you can actually get there. Okay. For those like myself that's not desperate, it might be 5-6 weeks. But I do know they want all humanitarians and their dependents. Storm, bit of thunder. They do want all humanitarians and their dependents and managers, I believe, to go through within 6 weeks of the funds being released. Okay? Alright. The amount of posts in the Facebook group I've declined that ask this question is ridiculous. It's insane. It's just insane. You have to answer the questions in the Facebook group in order to gain access. And it literally says there are no Medbeds available and there's no emails for Medbeds. Medbeds are free. And the first thing they do, they answer the questions. Then they get in and they say, oh, I received an email for a Medbed treatment. Is it true? It's 5. It's like, you just answered the questions. Otherwise, how in the hell did you get in here? This is human stupidity, ignorance, and arrogance. This is what does my head in. And it's constant every single day. Not just in the groups, but in private messages, in emails, in phone calls. It's like, yeah. I've learned to count to 10 really well. You're better than me. Oh, no. If I had long hair, I wouldn't have any left. All right. Let's see. Yeah, look, I have closed the Medbed group often, and I usually keep it closed, but after receiving that intel this morning, I thought, let's open it so everyone can share some positive messages and be happy. You know, just share love and friendship and happiness, and I fall in this trap every single time. 99.9% of people in the group is amazing, beautiful people. Sorry for all the noise, guys. I really apologize. They're really fantastic. They stick to the group topic. They, very polite. They help everyone. They do everything that a normal person should do. And then you get others that come in and all hell breaks loose. Everyone gets combative because they're accusing or won't listen and all kinds of different things. And it turns into a circus. So when I do have the group closed, they still don't go and research. They still won't look at the pinned messages. They still won't watch the YouTube videos. They just don't. They wait for someone to tell them. They wait for the chance to ask a question, and then they ask it. They don't do any work. They make no effort of their own. This is one of those times I'm counting to 10. And they just don't give a shit. They just want their question answered. No matter how many times you answer it, it's still not enough. I've answered the question. Is this email legitimate? No, it's not. 5 minutes later, I just want to make sure. Can you just confirm it? I heard you in a video say it's not legitimate, that it's a scam, but I just want to confirm that it's a scam. So, God blimey, how many more times do I have to confirm it's a scam? Like, I even spell it out for people and they still want more. So I don't know how to give you more. I really don't know how to give you more. I've given everything I have. And it's like, ugh. Yeah, it's hard. All right. No, that's so horrible. Take it easy. We're here for you. I can empathize with your frustration. These people's brains are below par. They should eat some non-GMO pumpkin seeds, apricot seeds, pecans. Yeah, look, I really think it's... Before we had internet, probably before I was born, People went to the library. They figured out how to use the library system, which I never did quite figure that out. Go figure. And they pulled a book off, pulled many books off the shelf and had a look. They looked for the information. And then the internet came. And people just, I mean, look at what kids do today doing homework. Hey Google, how do you spell tomorrow? Like, huh? You know, it's, the internet has made people extremely lazy. And it is really sad because the internet has dumbed people down instead of advanced us. Oh, for fuck's sake. Another count to 10. Okay, so, and then they bring that into the groups. Now, the internet and technology is there to advance us so that we can advance ourselves. So we have more access to information. The higher, now I lost what I was going to say. The higher galactic communities, they use the internet to help them. They use the, you know, everything to advance them. They don't just go and, you know, type something in and it comes up, or they don't just say it and it pops up. They actually now you know why I don't want kids. They use it for their benefit. Humanity is using the internet for their decline. The internet's making people more stupid, more angry, less intelligent, because it's all there. At the click of a button, you have the entire world's information in your hand. And instead of using that to gain knowledge and to better ourselves, we're using that to be more lazy, more angry, more combative. Oh my God. Right, yeah. See, this is my lesson. To try and remain focused in the middle of a tornado. A tornado of people. Yeah. Okay, how fast can a member work for those in car wreck that are in critical condition? How would this work? It depends on their condition. It depends on how long they've been in that condition. So if someone, let's say they've just literally been in a massive car accident and now they're on life support, they get in a med bed, guess what? When they wake up from the med bed treatment, they just go back to their normal life. Perfectly healed. They can go straight back to work that afternoon, that morning, an hour later. If you have someone in a med bed centre that slips and snaps their neck, a few minutes in the med bed, they can go back to work. Literally 5 minutes after getting out of the med bed. It's instant. So there'll be no reason to say, oh, I need 6 weeks off work because I fractured my ankle. Yeah, no, not going to work. I think I'm going to have to move. So, no. I went to do the YouTube video on my laptop and my camera's in use. Yeah. Damned if I know. Very weird. I do hope it's the Alliance or Galactics doing something to it, because it's certainly not me. Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 second. So, Daryl, can you take that? It's getting wet. No, you're right. Okay. Oh, my arms. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, everyone just do your research. It's really not hard. Didn't Q say the truth will not be for everyone? Yeah, that's right. And the truth won't be for everyone because many people will deny the truth because they can't handle it and because they're not meant to experience it. So you don't tell us where to look. I can't find anything on Medbeds. My channel is full, my YouTube channel is full of information of Medbeds. Literally. There's everything on Medbeds. Just go through my videos on this YouTube channel. It's all there. Okay. I have barely seen one responsible owner of a medbed facility. Yeah, I've seen a couple. But yeah, it's very interesting. I think what humanitarians need to remember is a medbed centre is first and foremost a medical centre. It's a hospital, literally. You will have emergency victims. You will have people with, had massive injuries and conditions, burns victims. You'll have quadriplegics. You'll have MS people. You'll have every single thing you can think of. Suicidal people, drug addicts, alcoholics. You'll have people with half their intestines hanging out of their stomach, with half a skull missing, with eyes popping out, all kinds of different things. This is first and foremost a hospital. The only difference is the treatment. Instead of going in to be cut open and injected with all toxins and poisons, you'll go in, you'll lie on a bed, and depending on your condition, a few minutes or a couple of hours, whatever, you'll come out perfectly healthy. So humanitarians need to remember that this is a healthcare medical facility. You are going to see a lot of blood and guts. You are going to see, heart attacks. Literally in the waiting room, there will be heart attacks. There'll be people throwing up. If you've ever been in any kind of emergency department, you'll get the idea. This is what it will be like. And a lot of humanitarians just think it's beautiful technology. People will just walk in and then they will go in and they'll lie on the bed and they'll come out all perfectly and healthy. No. No. It is a medical facility, and the medbeds are medical technology. It's really important to remember that. And I'm getting wet, which is okay because it's hot. So that's fine. So, once you can really understand it is actual medical, and you will receive people from hospital with all IVs and drips on dialysis and, colostomy bags and all kind of massive breaks and fractures of bones and open heart surgeries, pacemakers, all these kinds of different things. You will receive these people, and you have to have the facilities and the staff to be able to deal with those people being received. It's not just putting someone in a medbed and them getting up and walking away healthy. The people coming to you are in very critical condition, medical condition. So medbed centres, the preparation area is more like a hospital intensive care unit emergency department, and the post-procedure room is more like a luxury lounge. So, so many humanitarians just think it's all beautiful and lovely. You're going to see a lot of blood, a lot of guts, a lot of stuff that would make people faint. So, please don't worry about trolls. Ignore them. Just ignore them. I am. I don't give a crap what people say. One lady said to me, you should be more careful who you talk to. You haven't got a clue who I am. I said, I don't give a crap who you are. You don't listen, I tell it to you.
Don't come out yet.
Okay.
She's got her dogs out. Jesus.
Who's...
Put her in. The dogs are out. Her dogs.
Oh, God. Who is going to decide which civilians will get to open a medbed facility? That will be a combination of the Galactics and Alliance at the conference. Okay, all humanitarians wanting to open a medbed centre or wanting to fund a medbed centre will be required to attend a conference. And it's this conference that will, they will decide if you are high vibrational enough, conscious enough, responsible enough. All kinds of different factors will come into it. Oh my God, this little bug. And they will decide if you're ready or not. Okay. Okay. That's not true. Many of us have got our shit together. Words are very powerful. Please don't put it out there that we shouldn't be surprised if we get no money. Sandy, I'm talking about the Alliance deciding whether the humanitarian community is ready or not. Okay, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the entire community. Okay. Yeah, many do have your shit together. Absolutely. 100%. But also many don't. And when I was told this from the Alliance, that there is a potential for humanitarians not to do projects at all because we haven't done enough work, it was as a collective. And because I see so many people every single day, all the time, I agree with them. I do agree. One of the things that has been suggested is until humanitarian community, the larger majority of the humanitarian community is ready and responsible enough and conscious enough, and not just the higher vibration. Oh my God, now my mum and brother are fighting. That humanitarians would be asked to work alongside the Alliance in the projects to learn more and to become more conscious and to be, go through their training so that they can be prepared to the best of their ability to do the projects. So that's just one of the things that has been mentioned. How this is going to happen, I don't know. I guess it'll depend on the level of consciousness when it actually happens. I don't know. But from my perspective, from what I see every day, I definitely won't be surprised because I see it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between. Okay? All right. Yeah, look, don't listen to any trolls. They're just not worth it. All right. Iraq has gotten full authority from the IMF to go international. Iraq is already doing international trades with France and Iran, the final electronic platform for other international trades done. That's right. And I did hear today, I can't remember who it was from, maybe Phil G, that Iraq has officially RV'd. They just haven't made it public yet. And I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. So, yeah. If they're trading with France and Iran, then of course they have RV'd and are international. So they're just not quite public yet. Okay. Yeah, people that show a lack of respect sadly they are not helping themselves, you'll be left behind. Think about it. You have a choice to come from your heart. That's right. And it doesn't matter. Like I said in one of my videos the other day, it doesn't matter if people are being rude or nasty to you. They're not in your reality. They're really not. They're just showing everyone where they are consciously, and that they have more work to do, just like the rest of us. Some of us are further along than the rest of us, and it's all good. But the moment you start reacting to the trolls is the moment you allow them in your reality. And the more you ignore them, whatever, it just let them go on their merry way and hate and show the world where they are. Because the more they hate, the more the Alliance kicks them off a list for anything, including medbed treatment, because they'll be put on a 3-month program to get their shit together mentally, to be more in alignment with the technology. So, who knows? Okay. If you're commenting in anything but English, I'm not going to read it because I don't know how. I only read and speak English. So, I did get my identity stole. It really sucks. It's such an intrusion. Yeah, it is. Imagine it for 3 years. Used in criminal activity in a public setting, and then you copying all the crap from the victims. Yeah, and everyone else who thinks that you're the criminal. Yeah, it's not nice. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there goes pins and needles in my fingers again. How long will it take the world to be healed with the medbeds? John, that is impossible to say, because it totally depends on how many people want to be treated by a medbed or in a medbed. What conditions they have, how long will their procedures be. You see, we have to go into this with a medical mindset. If you look at a surgery, a day in surgery, every patient's different. They've all got different conditions. They all need a different kind of surgery or type, which means different length of time. So if we look at medbed procedures, everyone's different. Everyone will need different time. Some will be just going into age regression. Some will be simply having a new set of teeth. Some will simply have a general healing. Some will have limbs regrown. Maybe like a burn patient will have, a whole skin renewal or regrowth. It all takes different timing. So we don't know. There is no way to tell how long it will take to heal the world with medbeds. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Go to your laptop settings, scroll to your camera, click on camera while in settings, then disable the devices using your camera. Thank you, Patricia. I'm going to try that. Thank you. I will definitely do that. Okay. Do medbeds extend your lifespan? Yes. If you are perfectly healthy and you remain in a healthy lifestyle, yeah. Absolutely. No noisy neighbours you have. Oh, Steve, you have no idea. This is quiet time. Hopefully you'll be out of that hotel soon. I would have gone mad by now. Not to mention that one little flying bug. Yes. And yeah. It's definitely a job to not go insane here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you, Walter. You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you. I'm feeling your frustration and I'm proud of you. Thank you. That was my mum and brother fighting in the background. Not fighting, arguing about taking the dogs out for a walk. We got a couple of people here that's got big dogs, and one lady down the other end of the driveway had her dogs out off a leash, and that would have caused an issue. And then the dogs fighting to get out of the door, which caused another issue. It's all happening. Oh my god. I think when I exchange my currency, I'm going to go to a private island alone for about 20 years. How do we locate Medbeds? You don't, because they're not available yet. Oh dear, you crack me up. I know you can't stand where you live. My circumstances aren't much better. Just think this will all be over soon. Yeah. Yep. I'm praying. It can't come quick enough. It really can't. The off-welders don't give you better tech. No. Because why would they? I'm not a technology... Can you imagine a non-tech person getting better technology? I need kindergarten technology. Really. I need kindergarten technology. It's like for dummies. And I'm a technology dummy. I admit it. I have no clue. No clue about technology. I've been so dizzy lately. I hate this feeling. Jackie, me too. Me too. I just put it down to them tweaking my vibration, because I know with the redemption appointments, it's all based on your vibration. Especially the humanitarian funding is based on your vibration. So tweaking our vibration would be right up their alley. Oh, how can I go about becoming a spiritual counselor? Good question. I haven't really thought about it, Tanya. So basically, the Alliance will release information about the spiritual counselor training shortly after the redemption appointments. Now, I did hear the other day that nothing will happen, training and all that won't happen for approximately 3 months after redemption appointments available, because they want people healed and rested. And it pretty much takes, 6 weeks, 3 months or something to find and purchase property. So the Alliance won't be doing that much for the first 3 months, so I believe. It could change. Of course, this is just hearsay. Okay, but they will release details about a spiritual counselor training course, which is free, by the way. Okay, the spiritual counselor training course will be free with no registration fee. And medbed treatment and training is completely free with no registration fee. Okay, it's all free. If anyone says there's money to buy, it's a scam, it's bullshit, or money to purchase or to pay or whatever. Absolute bullshit. Okay, run the other way. Okay. Do we have a present expiration? Start again. Do we have a preset expiration date or death date regardless of medbed treatment? No, because if you're having medbed treatment, that is also in your soul contract. Okay? All right. Do you have an opinion on the EE healing technology provided by Jason Shirker on YouTube? No, I don't. I don't know anything about it. I don't follow it. So, no opinion. Go with what feels right for you. I have heard some good things about it, and I've heard some very average things. Just go with what you feel. Okay. Yeah, he's hoping everyone will calm down. Oh, Cheryl. It's been, yeah. Yeah, George, my phone and Facebook page, when I had my Facebook page, they, as soon as they're bored and they're told, you know, even I said to them, you can look through my page. They use my my accounts all the time, the Venusians. It's like, go through it, have a look. You know, when you're bored, go for it. Just don't do anything that you shouldn't. And they've been told by one of the Ra, look through it, use it, but don't comment or like anything. Don't make any changes. So what do? They go and message people. They go and comment on scientific platforms. They like pages, and I'm like, oh, God. And I really panicked. I thought I'd actually been hacked. But no, it was just the Venusians. So, yeah. Anyway, all good. It's Friday. I thought it was. I was positive it was Friday. Alright. Oh boy, do I have a few trolls to get rid of. Okay then. Let me see. You need moderators. They can block while you are speaking. I'm blocking so I don't see them. I could get moderators, but it's also a good test for myself and for you guys. You know, we're always being triggered. This is just another opportunity to deal with your triggers and to see our ego wants to respond and tell them to, you know what. But we're moving out of the ego. So having these people troll and be nasty and bitch and carry on is a good test of our trigger. So I'll leave them there. I'll block them later, but they're a good test for both you and I. So it's all good. I hope your intel is accurate. Yeah, so do I. So do I. Be so nice. Okay, let's have a look. Having noisy, loud neighbours doesn't help either. No, Steve, it does not. But again, it is also an opportunity for focus, which I'm very bad at. Especially when, you know, they can see that I'm actually doing a video and the kids decide to run in front and back and forth and scream and fights and all kinds of things. So it's a good test on focus, like right now. I know you're on holiday, but if bored, are you open to bookings or readings, please? Bernadette, not until the 2nd of January at the earliest. Now we've got in this intel, I might push it back, simply because I'm out of that whole reading mindset at the moment, simply because I've just, you know, I'm out of that vibration because I'm supposed to be on holiday. So yeah, I can relate to your frustration. I answered the phone for about 28 of the 33 years I was working at physicians' offices, including pediatrician and psychiatrist. People really depend on the office. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. Alright. Okay. Alright, we got a few too many trolls. So I'm going to leave it here, okay? Yeah, I'm going to leave it here. There's too many trolls and... yeah. Alright, so I'll talk to you all later, and let's hope this intel is correct, and we'll go from there, okay? Alright, take care everyone. Bye.